online users, 17 million online shoppers, 67,000 crore business currently, which is expected to grow to 1,10,000 in the financial year 2015. Any guesses what I'm talking about? It's the e-commerce in India. Good afternoon everyone. Today, Group AC1 is going to present a market research on the online consumer buying behavior. So, today we'll be discussing about the objectives, the management and the research objective, the consumer buying behavior study, the methodologies which we have adopted to conduct our research, a sample technique, and what we are going to do in future. What is our management objective? Our management objective is to study the online buying behavior of the consumers, and we are concentrating basically on the student population, buying behavior for electronic goods, apparel and personal care. From the management objective, we have derived our research objectives. First, what are the factors that motivate the consumers to go for an online buying, to go for an online purchase? Whether it is a method of payment, it is the availability, easy availability of the products. This we'll be finding through our research. Second, how does the consumer behavior change with the fluctuating price of the products? And the third, what is the average spending and the frequency of the purchase of the consumers? So before starting with our research, it is important to understand the consumer buying behavior. There are 5 stages for the same. First, the awareness stage. In the awareness stage, the consumer is aware about the various products available in the market. From the awareness stage, it is narrowed down to the familiarity stage, where the number of products get reduced. From the familiarity stage, it considers few products and finally purchase that product. If the purchase is repeated, then the loyalty of the consumer is established. Now in traditional buying behavior, these 3 phases takes the maximum time, which can be reduced when a person goes for an online shopping. Now we can see that with the increase in the number of online shoppers, the number of sites are also increasing day by day, and our research can be beneficial to these websites to get insights on the online consumer buying behavior. Now I request Vijit to continue further.
Thank you, Ashna. Now, after coming to know about the consumer behavior pattern, let's know how we are going to do our research. First thing, we have divided this research in 2 parts. First, exploratory research. Second, conclusive research. Under the exploratory research, we will be doing FGDs, in-depth interviews, and literature survey. And under conclusive, we will be doing questionnaire, which will be online and offline. And we are mainly focusing the TAFME, MIT, and KMC. So let's first go to the literature survey part. So as we have already mentioned, there are 65 million internet users currently, and out of that, 17 million are active shoppers in India. And around 60% of online shoppers are between aged 18 years to 30 years. That's why we are mainly targeting this target segment, and our student segment lies in between these age groups. And there are different types of modes of e-commerce. First, B2B, B2C, and C2C. We are mainly focusing on B2C part, where business to consumer, like online retails, and we will be targeting those sites only. Now let's see what are the mostly contributing categories of product which contribute to the e-commerce. From this diagram, we can see first 4 bars are showing the maximum contribution. That is PCs, cameras as mobiles, personal items which include the apparels and personal cares, TV and audio systems which are also included in electronic category. That's why we are targeting these 3 categories mainly. That is electronics, apparels and the personal items. Next, after the literature survey, let's come to the exploratory research we will be conducting. FGDs and in-depth interviews. These 2 things we have done. First, FGDs. We have conducted 2 FGDs till now. First, in TAFME. In TAFME, there are 10 people in that group, and in MIT, there are 8 people in that group. We have 1 moderator in each of these discussions, and it was done in a controlled classroom environment. Then it was recorded, and the time frame was between 30 to 45 minutes. by conducting these FGDs, we came to know different variables which are affecting the consumer behavior, so that we can later use these variables for our study. Same as FGDs, we have conducted also in-depth interviews. In the in-depth interviews, we have conducted 4 in-depth interviews, and that's in TAPME and MIT. And we are basically targeting the student population. That's why we have taken students for these interviews also. Next, what are the findings from these FGDs and in-depth interviews? That will be discussed by Madhav.
Thank you, Sudhir. Now, basically, these are the findings we came up with. Like we asked the question, which type of categories they would prefer to buy online. So the categories were the standardized products as well as customized. Now, standardized, I mean by you buy a mobile or laptops which are already available in the configurations, which can be purchased by anyone. Customized as in apparels, you have different choices for your apparels, different sizes and everything. So the first finding was categories of products. Second was location. Now, in location we came across 3 findings. Suppose you stay in your hometown or with your parents, you prefer to buy from the retail store rather than buy online because you know the person or you know the showroom basically. You have that trust factor. Second was suppose you are living in metros, you tend to buy from the malls. You tend to feel the product and go into the mall and buy the products. And now suppose you are in a location such as Manipal, where there are not enough adequate stores, you don't know the person from where to buy, so you prefer to go online. As we have seen in TAPME as well, many students prefer to buy online from Flipkart, Myntra, etc. So the convenience factors comes in online buying. The third was like till what range people go online to buy products. So the third finding is price variance. Now what we found out in electronic goods, people tend to go online till 50,000 rupees. Once the price crosses 50,000 rupees, they tend to prefer to go to retail stores so that the cost is very high. They can't trust online websites for the electronic goods which are above 50,000. Similar is the case with apparels. Now, if I take the example of sherwanis or some which are customized products, they tend to go to retail stores and buy sherwanis rather than buy online. Now, personal care is basically what we found out that people tend to go to retail store rather than online because it is a spontaneous buying. Once, like if they take an example of shampoo, if it's over, you tend to buy from the shop rather than you will buy online and wait for shampoo to come within 3 to 4 days to you. Now the next factor is the reviews on the online websites. We have seen on the Flipkart and Myntra, the users put their reviews regarding the product. So if the users, when they go online for buying, they check out the online reviews. If the reviews are positive, they tend to go for product. Similar is reviews from your colleague, references, products and relatives, and reviews from salesperson. These are the main factors which basically affect the online buying behavior. Now these are the factors we found out in our FGD and interviews. It's like, as I mentioned, location. If you're in your hometown, you tend to prefer to go to the retail or mall. And if you're in a location which is an isolated place such as Manipal, you tend to go to online shopping. Trust is again very important factor. Like if you know someone who can show you the product and you can touch and feel, then you will buy from that retail store rather than online. Convenience. In online shopping, you have the convenience of getting this product at your doorstep. So this plays a very important role in online buying behavior. Product knowledge. There are many customers who don't have the knowledge of the product. So what they told us is they tend to prefer to go to retail store. They can get the knowledge from the salesperson and then decide what to do, what not to do. Promotional offers. We have seen that many offers are available online for the same product, but the offers are not present in the retail stores. So again, the promotional offers are very important in online buying behavior. Payment modes. As we know, cash on delivery is cashing on. It's like it is the main source. Now people are going for online buying behavior because you can get the product. If you're not satisfied with the product, you can return it back and you don't need to pay the cash as well. Again, refund policy. Like you have 30-day return policy in online shopping. So these are the factors which basically influence the buying behavior of the consumers. And next part will be taken by Akhila.
Thank you, Bharat. So I'll be taking you through the sampling techniques that we have adopted. To start out with, our study population would be the student population as already discussed. We will be targeting the students of Manipal and Udupi. Now, our sampling frame. Now, we are accessible to students of TAPME our sampling frame would consist of students from TAPNI, KMC and MIT. Now, out of which we have selected about 250 of them. According to our convenience, we would be giving questionnaires to 250 of the students. So our sampling technique would be convenience sampling. Coming to survey and analysis, now once we have got the factors that we identified, like Bharat discussed, based on that we would be designing our questionnaire. Now the first step would be a pilot survey. Pilot survey in the sense we would be, the initial draft of the questionnaire will be floated across to a few students in TAPNI, around 20 of us or 20 of them. This is in order to get an understanding of whether the questions, if they are able to understand the questions, or if there's any kind of ambiguity in the question. After which we would be coming up with the final questionnaire. Now our final questionnaire would have questions that of Likert scale, which range from strongly disagree to strongly agree. We have multiple choice questions as well. Also dichotomous question with a yes or a no answer. Then coming to data analysis. So once we get the questionnaires floated and answered by 250 of them, we would be filtering the data. We would obviously be getting data which probably is not required or which is not correct. So we would do a filtering of the data, after which we would conduct a factor analysis. So the factor analysis, we would identify the important factors that impact our research, and based on which we identify the important factors. Lastly, we would be doing interpreting the results that we get from the factor analysis that we do. So what is the road ahead? Like we've discussed, till now we have come to the pre-research stage. So we have discussed our management objective as well as our research objectives. We have also discussed with you the research methodologies, which include exploratory and conclusive research. The sampling technique, as discussed, would be convenience sampling. And we have already conducted our FGDs. We have conducted in-depth interviews. Now what is ahead would be, we are left with designing the questionnaire, after which we would be conducting the pilot survey, and finally the final questionnaire will be floated across to all the students, from which we would collect the data, and the last stage, that is the post-research, we will be analyzing the data, then there would be factor analysis, and after which we would be interpreting the results. Thank you.
You said that you are targeting the audience as 18 to 30 years of age. So when e-commerce is concerned, like today, almost everybody in the world is using the internet. So why are you focusing only on the student crowd of 18 to 30?
Because according to our literature survey, we have studied that 60% of the population which is going for online purchase is aged between
Yeah, but then you are leaving out the 40%.
This is also we got from our client. Basically, we need to concentrate on the student population only.
First thing, in the management objective, we got the objective to study the student population.
You need to do the research only on the
Student
student
population.
population.
We got this from client only. That we need to study on the student population.
Secondly, from the research we found out that 60% lies in between that range. That's why, as per the study, we should be fine.
So we asked to study only about the students, not the population. What about those who are the working class?
That was a requirement of client. The client only told us to concentrate on the students of TAPNI, KMC and MIT.
Because online shopping is mostly affected by the working
I
class.
agree, but that was a requirement of client only.
That is currently out of scope. Our
the
scope is only
major
60%.
contribution is from the student population, and hence we've been asked to concentrate on like she's told now, 60%.
The working class is getting the salary. They would be the
But then
bigger part of
18
this.
to 30 years contribute to 60% of our
I'd like to add to that question only, like you said, the maximum purchase is like around 50,000 which goes online. So if you're actually targeting the student population, I don't think that they go for that kind of shopping, right?
That is our 50,000, what I told is the upper limit. Like if you want to buy a laptop, definitely it will cost around 40-45,000, and you are student, you can buy a laptop, right? You can get your money from your parents or whomever, but if you will buy, definitely you will buy a laptop by yourself as a student. So this is the maximum range we got from our LTDs and interviews. That till 50,000 we'll go for the online buying. After that we'll go to the retail store rather than buying online.
Yeah, people get a little apprehensive
Yeah.
for high-end products, so they would prefer going to the stores and confirm.
Can you go back to slide number 13? Here you have identified different factors. So could you identify the preferred mode of purchase by the buyers, consumers? As in like 20% of Flipkart sales happen through mobile. So have you identified that factor while discussing
At present, we
FG?
have identified these factors for LGDs and LGDs. Same question can be floated to the questionnaire, and we can gain insights into this.
But that factor has not been identified before in the FGD. So how could you include that in it?
As in preferred modes, cash on delivery, net banking.
No, not payment modes. I'm talking about preferred modes of purchase. As in through mobile or through online, through PC or through laptop, so these things.
For us, our objective is to study the online game. So even if can I have a second? Let me answer that question. As per our study, we will be studying the online consumer buying behavior. So even if you are going mobile mode or the desktop mode, still you are the online buying behavior. You are the customer for that site. So in that case, it's coming under our study.
I have a question to Ashna. There's a huge difference in the online buying behavior of the consumer when it comes to electronic appliances and apparel. So how are you planning to normalize that? As in, what are you doing anything about it? Because the online buying behavior of both the products are very much different. So what are you
So
planning?
we don't like for electronic goods, these are standardized goods, which people buy more because they're required specification. Whereas for apparels, people go less because they're customized. As in you want to have the look and feel of the product, so you purchase less apparels online as compared to the electronic goods. So we float these questions in the questionnaire, gain insights, and then collect data and do the factor analysis of which factors affect the electronic goods buying behavior and which factors affect the apparels.
Yeah, I want to add to a point. If we are buying some electronic gadgets, then there is some specific configuration. We know that this laptop has this configuration. And for dress and apparels, different people have different demand, different size, and they want to know the quality, look and feel. So generally they tend to go for electronic gadgets, they go for online, which we have known from the GDs.
I have a question. Tell us about your client and who has given you this managed service. And one because you are considering so many different kind of sites. That is, you have MakeMyTrip as well as Jabong. What MakeMyTrip provides.
We are concentrating on electronic goods as well as and personal care. So MakeMyTrip doesn't.
What are you considering?
It just we would be concentrating only on online.
It's like electronic goods, personal care, and apparel.
Because all the factors that you have mentioned here, wouldn't it vary across these? And how can you generalize the factors that you have done there for all these three categories?
Our findings will be divided into three verticals basically. For electronic goods, for apparel, for personal care.
You want to
We are not generalizing horizontal.
Three linear
Yeah.
sectors.
Why are you just targeting only these three things? Why not books and all? Because people go and buy books
Because
all
we are
the
No, but I already explained for Sudhir as well. See, from our literature survey, we just came to know that PCs, cameras, personal items contribute to a majority of the online buying. Also, it has been told to us to concentrate on these three things from our client. That's why we are concentrating on these apparel.
You know from literature survey you came to this point and you showed this to your client and then client got concentrate on this.
No.
tell you.
No, I mean, initially the client have told the checking online purchasing behavior of the consumer. And then your literature survey showed you that PCs, cameras and personal items is a major contribution, so you plan to concentrate on that.
No, actually
We have already given those three categories. After that, we did our literature survey and we found out that
Because in your management objective, I mean, the objective is to study the buying behavior of online. That's all.
in these three
All
categories,
electronics.
in these three categories, it's already defined in the management objective. And after that only we came for literature survey, from where we came to know that these three categories are contributing to the maximum percentage of contribution. Yes. The personal items, both after and personal wear.
Do you perform any comparative study to see the preference for one website over another, even if it's only for the
That is our,
come across any data?
that is already discussed by the other groups.
Thank you all.